again to reality check. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. And if you wonder why this is not on YouTube, well, I tried a couple of times, even had a few approved, but since they kicked out as approximately 17 minutes long video, even before it had gone to 17 minutes, I won't even bother too much with the YouTube censorship ever again. So, Rumble is where you will find me. Okay, let's go. And today, a new angle on the Ukraine conflict and a new angle on Russia, if you like. By now, most things seems to have been said about the Ukraine conflict. Ukraine has lost the war, even though Zelensky seems to think otherwise. He's even talking about reclaiming Ukraine, Crimea, sorry. Total madness. Fact is, they have lost the war, and we all knew they would, even before it started. And it started by courtesy of the United States of America and NATO building up forces in East Ukraine to attack Russia. Putin noticed that. Hmm, did I think he wouldn't? But we have been through that, and since I do not want to be just an echo chamber, today, 10th of August 2023, we'll add one more thing, as I haven't heard anyone else bring this point up. Russia has a leader. We all know who he is, Vladimir Putin. The point we'll be looking at here today is who comes after Putin, and as the West miscalculated big time what Russia is concerned, starting with the latter. Yes, the West miscalculated in a huge way. So badly it actually laid the foundation for this tragic war in Ukraine, World War II mentality, Cold War mentality on the part of Washington and their ilk, the powers that should not be. They helped Ukraine with money, weapons, build up the fourth biggest army in the world, if I'm not mistaken, the second biggest in Europe. Miscalculation number one was that Russia was weak. They were poor, their military in shambles and easily defeated. Well, no comment needed on that other than Ukraine has lost the war a long, long time ago. They never stood a chance of winning. But the West told Zelensky the opposite. Stupid as he is, he believed us and promised him everything basically, much of which he never got. And what he got, well, the Russians have taken out, hammering the Ukrainians with up to 60,000 rounds of artillery per day. That's rockets in great numbers, I tell you. We know 350,000, the latest number 400,000 Ukrainian soldiers has been sent into the meat grinder and died. Hundreds of thousands wounded, most for life from what my sources tell me. On the Russian side, we have some 35 to 40,000 Russians being killed too. So, if there ever was a miscalculation, well, there is one. It gets far worse, though. Before the conflict, before this insane war over what? Russia's military was an economic force. not the 1.2 million men they now soon will be. And if they need to go all the way up to the Polish border to end this madness, and it actually seems they have to, at least 2 million soldiers will be under Putin's command, which is, as far as I can see, unproblematic for as far as Europe is concerned. Europe and Putin, not the best of friends I guess, but on friendly terms. Putin and Russia wants to do business with us. Hopefully we will want to do business with him too. The question I will ask today though is who will come after Putin no longer is in charge? Because therein lies the second biggest miscalculation, potentially. The Russian military is now bigger than ever bar World War II. It is as modern as it can be, and as mentioned, soon to be 1.2 million men. It will be the grandest, most lethal military on the planet. That is what whoever follows after Putin will inherit it. So I guess, God forbid, an individual with Stalinistic potential, hopelessly put, should become the chief in Kremlin after Putin. If so, if a new Stalin should emerge, what then? Yeah, what then? Thanks to the mindless, insane Ukraine policies of the West up until now, we already know, thanks to people like Scott Ritter, Douglas MacGregor and several others, that if all NATO forces assembled and fought a war with Russia today, NATO would lose, big time. Sure, NATO would inflict enormous destruction on the Russian military installations and weaponry, kill enormous amounts of soldiers, but just for a couple of weeks. 3 weeks at most, and then NATO would be out of ammunition and fuel and whatever more. Russia, however, again, thanks to the West, or the globalists more to the point, which are losing by the way, have now the most streamlined, lethal military any nation have had since World War II. So while Europe are more or less safe today, well it needs to be seen how the Poland-Belarus situation goes, which way or which ways it will go, who knows. Thanks to forcing Putin's hand, what the West will be up against in a not so distant future could be what was described above, the most lethal and biggest military in the world. Now, as if this wasn't bad enough, it could and should have been avoided, all of it. In fact, it even was, well, would have been, anyway, were it not for, again, the West, surprise surprise, and Boris Johnson, the lapdog from fucking hell. The 22nd of March last year, 2022, Zelensky and Putin factually signed a draft for a lasting peace, a demilitarized Ukraine. In fact, all of Putin's demands were met, and Zelensky even got to hold his position as the leader just as long as others, more trusted by Putin, I would assume, were to be the real deciders and policymakers. To be ratified the 1st of April 2022, Boris the lapdog from hell put a brutal end to any hope for peace. and Zelensky was told to get his act together and attack the damn Russians. Again promised all the help necessary. Fast forward to today, and we know that most of that help did not arrive. Thank God, I would say. And we know also now, know for the simple reason a lot of it doesn't even exist anymore. It's been used up by the Ukrainians. But the West keep promising more, which will never arrive. The Russian military, on the other hand, are now far superior to US military. Russia, as a country, is financially much stronger, and the US dollar will very soon fade out of use, if not fade out of existence. And that will pure and simple be the end of the US empire. Empires come and go. The US empire is no different, and as per usual, it will be all down to their own arrogance, stupidity. One question which I will try to answer very shortly is, are we, the West, prepared for a new Stalin with 2 million soldiers already ready? The answer is very clear: no, we are definitely not prepared. So maybe, just maybe, every effing country that sends military support and financial aid to Ukraine, maybe they never should have. And by God, the time is long overdue to stop doing just that. Alright then, seems like I'm done for now. Just a short one this time. Asking a question no one else seems to be asking. What is your take on it? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. See you next time. Goodbye from cold Norway.